I was old, I was young, I was sitting in the sun. I was tired of the run, I was done. Life was great, life was hard, in a way an awful card. You can't win the losing hand. But the rain stopped falling and the line on the floor was crossed, and the pain I'd been feeling washed away to return another day.
There's my driveway. It's not looking too bad. I spent another hour on it yesterday or more and hand shoveled a bunch of it because I just had nowhere to put the damn snow. So this part's looking pretty good. It was minus 20 last night. It is Monday. It was minus 20 last night. Like, what the heck? My cabin was down to 14 degrees inside. It's a little chilly, but it's okay. I'm used to it. Got up the first hill. That's good. How's it? This is the narrow spot. So let's see how I did here yesterday. My carpet still. It seemed wider on the quad. Probably, but overall pretty good. They cleared the snow off to the sides further than ever, so that is also an impending sign of spring. The road is actually dry. There's no ice on it. Woo! Spring is here.
Exciting, like shopping at Home Hardware.
Yes, you're in my next video now.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Ketchup?
Yes, ketchup please.
We have hot sauce as well, if that's... Just a random helicopter on the side of the road. What the heck? I am working on trim. So those pieces, covering that up. I'm doing this first. I have to do that chinking as well. But I'm putting that off right now because I need to stain the boards for the trim. So I'm going to do that. Then we're going to finish up that last row of chinking. Got to get some backer rod to stick in there because the holes or the gaps are pretty big. But I'm doing something new, something I have not done before, and it is routering. Using a router. I've had this router for years. I can't even remember what I originally bought it for, but apparently I was going to do some routering. Some routing? What the hell do you call it? Routering. Anyways, I was going to use the router for some other project, but I never got around to it. And I've had this in my shed for so long. It's the only router bit I have for it. So I've been practicing. And look how good I am. This is my very first routering. That one did not work. So this is known as not knowing how the router bits work. So that was in a little bit too deep. I wasn't even really sure how it was supposed to look. This one looked okay to start with, but then I'm like, no, that little piece doesn't look very even. Does it? I don't know. And then I did this one, and that one just gives like the nice rounded bit. But I think I had it pretty close to start with. And I should probably be doing this outside because I am getting a bit of dust on the ground, but it's freezing out. Okay, first piece of trim. Not bad. I got stuck on like some pieces here. I don't know why. It's not perfect there, but overall it looks okay. Nice. Okay, so it has warmed up a little bit. I made a mess inside with the router and the sand that came off of it. It's all over my floor and my desk. So now I've got this little setup here. I got 1 8-foot board to do, and then I'm going to stain them. So I learned that make sure the clamps are out of the way because I ran into that and then had to redo that, but kind of getting the hang of it. It's a little tricky. But, oh, that's kind of rough there. Might go over that again.
Well, it's been about, what, 2 weeks since I got stuck. So why not get stuck again? This time though, I'm pretty close to the tree. I just kind of went off that corner a tiny bit. Usually I can recover if I'm going off the trail a bit because it's getting softer now. Although today's pretty cool. It's like -5 out, so it hasn't really thawed out much, but it's because I was going uphill and that just didn't have the traction to get up it. So I'm gonna hook up to the tree. Okay, so I hooked up to that far tree because this one is looking pretty rotten actually. I could see it coming down on me in the quad, so that one looks okay. Oh, boy. Going down this because it's gonna suck me over there. If I stay on that track, I should be able to navigate it okay. Temperature is -27 out there. Oh, winter, you could just frig off. Holy cow, winter has still got its grip on us. But good news, the trails are awesome. They're nice and solid. It's probably about -5 out now, so balmy weather, no toque needed. Yeah, so yesterday I got stuck on that hill. Today, no problem going up the hill because it's so hard packed because it was so freaking cold last night. I woke up to a cabin temperature of 11 degrees Celsius, which is a little chilly. Yeah, when I went to bed, it was not that cold outside, and then it just plummets in the middle of the night. It's crazy. So, I mean, this is normal, though. This is March temperatures. Can be -20, -30, and, you know, -5 in the day. We don't start seeing any melt until April anyways, so I don't know. I was just getting my hopes up. Anyways, dogs are happy to be running around. It's the end of the workday. Sitting in one place way too long. I needed to get out, so... She's just doing loops. So Lewis is looking over there because there was something that was on the trails ahead of us the other day. I don't think it was very far ahead of us because his nose was really up in the air and he was looking off in that direction like he is now. But I don't see anything over there. And luckily he couldn't go very far because the snow's too deep. So once he goes off the trails, you guys saw last week that it is over their heads. So something that's floating on the snow. Here's its tracks compared to my dog's tracks. Yeah, probably rabbit because you can see the front part of the foot and then the back part of the foot. Rabbit tracks are a good sign. Recently we've had a lot of lynx problems in the Yukon. They've been going after pet dogs and stuff, and there's even a story of a woman who wrestled her dog away from a lynx. I'll link to that below so you can see that story. It's pretty wild. But they say that the snowshoe hare population is down, so that's why the lynx are pretty desperate for food, and the snow is pretty deep this year too. But I mean, the lynx are cool because they have those big pads and they just float on the snow. But if there's no rabbits, then that's their main food source, so they're screwed without them. But hey, that's good. I worry about my dogs, and I'm always bringing like bear spray and stuff just in case we run into, because I've had lynx hang around here in the past. I haven't seen them for the last year or so, but a couple of years ago they were just up off my main trail there, so, but none lately, so, but you never know. Gotta be prepared when you come out into the woods. You never know what's lurking. Still a wee bit chilly out there. -5 today, Monday afternoon. I'm thinking I might be feeling energetic enough to get those top 2 rows done. Maybe. Oh, nice. Sweet. So, 1 more row to go. So that was a brilliant suggestion, using the painter's tape. Thanks to everyone who suggested that. I don't know why it didn't occur to me. Nobody else on YouTube seemed to use this for chinking, but look at that straight line. No mucking around with the foam brush too much, just a little bit here and there. So you have to, that was from before, but I have to fix that up a little bit too because the tape came loose, but, and it's a little rough at the top, a little rough, but, and I just put a dent in it. But it's easy to smooth out with the foam brush. Just brush it down a little bit and that's it. That place, that's a bit of a mess in there. Got a big crack here. So I think I'm just gonna fill that whole thing. And get over here. I love these little vertical cracks. And as I was doing this, I felt a breeze coming in here. There is a big, I don't know if it's coming in through that crack or this one, but yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna find my backer rod and put that in there. You can see how deep that is, how wide that one is. Well, a sure sign that spring is on its way is the wind. The wind picked up like crazy today, and it is blowing like crazy. So this is pretty normal. Once the weather warms up, it gets a lot more windy. It's just been blowing snow across the yard. Just had to go out and get water, and thought my driveway might be blown in, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, we went from -27 earlier in the week to -6 last night. So things are warming. Fingers crossed that is going to be an earlier spring than normal. Usually we don't see snow melting, some good melting, until April anyways. So I think I said that last time, but just to reiterate, it's pretty much 6 months of winter, 6 months of summer. How's the woodshed doing, you ask? Well, I think I've used about half of this side. Yeah, so there we go. It's about half of the, I think I had 9 rows. 8 or 9 rows? Wait, I could see. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows, I'm totally wrong. 7 rows. Got some overhangs here. This is my shoddy workmanship. I'll have to do some fixing of this roof this summer. But... Oh! That's all that needed. Well, it's still winter. It's freezing. It's been in the -20s. My hands are getting really cold holding my phone. Holy crap. It's been in the -20s overnight. Right now it is probably -12 Celsius and cloudy, a little bit snowy and blowy. And it feels really cold. I wasn't at it all yesterday because it was windy, really windy, and probably like 25 below zero with the wind. Dogs are getting crazy, so we had to get out today, Saturday. And I just wanted to say it's still winter. Oh, you people who have melting snow and green grass, or grass, even if it's brown, and anything but white and gray and blue sometimes in the sky, I'm jealous. So we're gonna finish our run here because my hands are frozen. Just wanted to give a little update. Well, it wouldn't be a day without... Been flying down this little hill. It's a little dip, really, not much of a hill. And man, it just flew off and it sucked me right in. And now I'm stuck. And there's not a tree around to pull me out. So ready? I'm gonna throw it in the snow for him. Go! So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, just this little dip. Just a tiny little dip, and I just went motoring. I stood up going down the dip and just, I don't know, I'm really stuck. I'm gonna have to shovel it out. Ah, I'm sick of shoveling. I mean, I could get my neighbor to pull me out with her skidoo, but a little shoveling wouldn't be bad, right? You can hang out while I shovel. I'm too lazy today to dig it out. It's late. I've got to feed the dogs, and it'll be a noon hour chore for me tomorrow to dig that thing out. That'll be my lunch hour activity. Dig out the quad. Plus the snow around it will kind of set up a little bit because it's going to be freezing again tonight. So I'll be back, little quad. Don't go anywhere. Off work, so heading out to get the quad, dig out the quad. The old girl joining us. Oh, there she is way back there. She'll probably catch up to us by the time I get to the quad. Look at how high that sun is. Have I mentioned that before? Yes, I mention it every time, I know, but look how high it is. Can't see it in the camera, but anywho, luckily I didn't get the quad stuck too far from home, so I don't have to walk too far. But I will be shoveling out a fair bit. I don't know that I can get it all done in one go today. We'll see. I'm feeling pretty motivated because it is my one way to run the energy off these crazies. Going a little too fast. A little too speedy for the trail conditions. Ridiculous. Okay, stay there. Frick. Of course that was gonna happen.
and feeling washed away to return another day. I was cold, I was bold, I had fragmented my soul into pieces contradicting themselves. Perhaps it is as it is, how the world is the mess, means that every heart and soul